You've been practicing for about 15 years in this field of obesity.
Yes.
And you seem to be keeping yourself perfectly fit. What is
Yes.
to begin with, let our viewers understand the secret of your health.
Thank you so much for inviting me and having me here. So I think secret of my health, probably I see as people who are dealing with obesity and helping others to treat it. I think it is very important for us to kind of set an example. So definitely healthy eating has been an integral part of my life, and it
Yeah.
also helps. I think the major problem about concerns when it comes to surgery for weight loss or bariatric surgery is that people do not identify with obesity as a disease even now. So they do not think that obesity is a disease that deserves to be treated. And
True.
when you go with that mindset and you feel that you don't have a problem, you would not be willing to even take a 1% risk in treatment, right? So, food is one part of it. Definitely, you need to be healthy. You need to focus on a healthy diet, and you can't, especially if you're prone to obesity or prone to weight gain, then you have to be even more careful about your food. Physical activity is something which we need to really focus on. So,
This
right now,
physical activity part
yes,
in the current scenario, physical activity has been highly curtailed. So how do
yes.
we manage that?
So, see, there are a lot of things that can actually be done from home also. So, where there is a will, there is a way.
What happens in the surgery?
Yes. So, what happens in the surgery? Okay, so see, surgery is basically this is a gastrointestinal surgery. Okay, so number one, what we do is that the technique of entering inside the abdomen is through laparoscopy or through minimal access surgery.
Small incisions are created on the abdomen. Trocars, which serve as passageways for the surgical instruments, are placed into the incisions. Surgical instruments are passed through the trocars to access the abdominal cavity. The surgeon examines the abdomen using a laparoscope or video camera.
Yeah, so once we enter the abdomen, we actually reduce the size of the stomach. In a sleeve, the stomach is cut longitudinally, and 2/3 of the stomach is removed, the outer part. And what remains inside is a banana shaped sleeve like stomach, which is very narrow in diameter. So the diameter would only be this much.
During a sleeve gastrectomy, a thin vertical sleeve is created by using a stapling device. This sleeve will typically hold between 50 to 150 milliliters, or is about the size of a banana. The excised portion of the stomach is removed. The newly created gastric sleeve is able to hold approximately 1/10 of what the stomach was able to hold before. This smaller stomach sleeve restricts the amount of food you can eat before feeling full. The bile and pancreatic fluids from the liver and pancreas mix with the food and allow it to be completely digested and absorbed in the bowel.
So what we're doing is reducing the size of the stomach, and hence what happens is that there are many hormonal changes that happen. So the whole body actually goes into a complete hormonal change
Change.
process, and a lot of things happen with appetite hormones, with hunger hormone, with satiety. So all these things change a lot. So people actually do not feel hungry. This is the first thing that they come up and tell us, that we don't feel hungry at all. So, like, you must have seen that when we diet, if you've ever done a diet, you will realize that it's not easy to do a diet.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, the more you diet, the more you crave for food.
Yeah.
So maybe after 15 days or 20 days, or some people who have really great willpower, they tend to give up the diet beyond a point. So this doesn't happen after bariatric surgery because of the hormonal changes. So because the stomach is small and the hormonal changes have happened, you're not feeling hungry and you don't crave for food. Second thing is that you eat very little in the beginning. So uh, if um, if you eat, say, two chapatis right now on a full stomach, after bariatric surgery, initially you will not be able to have more than half a roti. Okay, so the intake reduces. Of course, this increases gradually. It goes up beyond a point, and as time passes by, people start eating better. But initially, there is a lot of restriction of intake, so that
No, but
happens.
is it not something artificial because the body is used to certain things? Your tongue is used to certain tastes and eating certain things. Like
Not
I love, for instance, I love to eat a lot of gulab jamun, a lot of these
yes,
sweets. Suddenly
yes,
after the surgery, I don't. I mean, usually I don't feel hungry, but I might feel the urge. If it is there on my table, my mind will say, why don't you take it up? So,
So
is
yes.
there is not there a psychological clash?
Not always. So there are certain patients who may feel a psychological clash. A few of them, there is a smaller percentage, and that is where a bariatric surgery can never be just the bariatric surgeon. So it is about a multidisciplinary approach where we have a whole team, where we have dietitians, we have psychologists, we have so many other team members, endocrinologists, other specialists who together take care of the patient. So side effects per se can be if a person is eating too fast or eating too much at one go, then there can be certain side effects, and patients may have a choking sensation, or they may have a little bit of vomiting, but it all depends on how well they have been counseled. The other thing could be a little bit of skin sagging. So that is expected. If a person is losing 30, 40, 50, 100 kilos of weight, some degree of skin sagging does happen. It depends on the age of the patient. It depends on how much they're working out. And that is how toning can happen.
Okay. Coming back to junk food, the current scenario, people are prone, sometimes, rather compelled, because how many of 6 days a week in the kitchen, etc. People get bored.
Yes.
Practically speaking, for a city like Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata, or for that matter, Chennai, people are busy, with their household, with their professional work also. So, is once a week outside food okay? Is there any way out that you can suggest?
See, everybody's got to live a life, right?
Yeah.
We cannot expect people to completely give up on pleasures of life, and food is a very important part of our culture. So we can't really just, ignore that and live forward. So I think it has to be a balance of healthy eating. Definitely, you can have cheat days where you can eat from outside, but you must also focus side by side on physical activity. So continue with your daily, activity and things like that, and everything is okay in moderation. So if you're having one week, it's all right, but don't have every day. So that is what is makes the difference. So
People say that you walk an extra mile, you do another 5 minutes of exercise.
It doesn't
It
work.
doesn't work that way. So what happens? Suppose somebody fails to observe the diet discipline, or goes back to whatever he has been eating. So does he go back to the old obesity days, or the
See,
body?
something weight regain can happen, but see, one thing is that the diet quantity will always be restricted, and that is why we always tell our patients that quality is also important. It's not just the quantity. If you're eating little but you're only eating sweets, or if you're only consuming alcohol, then the weight is bound to go up, because the total number of calories that you're taking is actually going up. So it is important to actually take care of what you're eating as well. So lifestyle modification and a healthy diet goes hand in hand with bariatric surgery. There is no way that you cannot, that you can avoid that bit. There is always a fear of nutritional deficiencies, which can happen after bariatric surgery. A, because the patient is eating less quantities, and B, because there is some degree of malabsorption that happens. So they do not really absorb everything. So for that, what needs to be done is regular supplementation. That's one thing. And second thing that we need to do is to regularly follow up and do the test reports regularly. Okay, so we check the level. So B12 level, iron level, calcium level. These should be checked regularly so that we don't allow the deficiencies to happen.
Any comorbid kind of things in that, like diabetes or BP?
Yeah, so surgery actually has a very positive effect on diabetes, high blood pressure, any other comorbidity associated with obesity. So diabetes, especially, we see that anybody who has, say, a shorter duration of diabetes, less than 10 years, and is not on very heavy medications, then there is a very high chance that their diabetes will actually completely go away after surgery. And even for other diabetics who've been long duration diabetics on insulin and all that, they experience a lot of improvement. So the blood sugar control is actually much better after bariatric surgery.
So I think at the end of the whole thing, the chat, if one were to give one single sentence message, as I can understand, is eat well, live well.
Yes, definitely. And if you have an issue, please consult with qualified professionals who can guide you properly.
Nice talking to you, Dr. Aparna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.